Neon's kind of appropriate.
Yeah, my bad, Miami Vice.
Vice City.
Oh, dude, what's up?
All right, welcome to the A54 Film Club review of 2018's Mandy.
Mandy.
You're a special one.
Strange and eternal.
We just finished this one. I think it was second watch for all of us. Yeah? Yeah? Everyone's second watch. I like this movie a lot on first watch. The second watch, I liked it just as much, if not more. There's not a whole lot that doesn't work for me in this one. This is a Panos Cosmatos joint. Did I say that right?
Throw some
Panos.
on it.
Yeah.
Anybody got a
Models.
Canadian version?
No,
It's Greek
I won't
too,
even
so
try it.
no.
Yeah. Yes.
Not embarrassing myself tonight.
But he's a G. I think this is his second feature. So he did Beyond the Black Rainbow before this one. And I saw that after I saw Mandy. Mandy was my introduction to his work. And after I liked Mandy so much, you, I think, saw Beyond the Black Rainbow first and then told me I should check it out. And it's hypnotic in a similar way.
I feel like it's just as psychedelic, but a little less format.
Yes, like less story, like there's less, more psycho,
More psycho, less format.
yeah. It's
like
a
the
lot
Cube
more loose.
meets Mandy.
Sure, that's a good way to say it. Yeah, it's very way slower paced, obviously.
Wait, are we talking about Beyond the Black Rainbow now?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
but we just saw Mandy. So let's stick with Mandy because I will.
All right.
So the synopsis is Nicolas Cage lives like in the woods off the grid. He's like working as a lumberjack in the forest, and him and his girlfriend have this little wooden cabin in the woods in seclusion.
I think he might be sober too, because you remember in the scene where he like gets
Yes.
helicopter
Turns down the
lands,
beer.
he goes,
No helicopters, beers for me, boys.
"No helicopter beers for me." boys."
He's got a fuzzy past. You don't know exactly what's gone down.
Bill
but
Duke
you
has a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
you get a hint that it was dark or bad, or he's recovering from something.
Or special forces.
And then
PTSD.
a band of outsiders rolls through in a van and comes across Nicolas Cage's girlfriend Mandy.
Yeah.
And
Falls in love.
yeah, they fall in love with her. They've got to have her. They've got to meet her, and everything
Can't sleep without her.
everything goes awry from there, and it turns into a fabulously hypnotic, psychedelic revenge tale.
Yeah, I mean, there's not that much of a plot, really. I mean, it's Nicolas Cage, wife gets burned, revenge rampage on the revenge
For
hunts.
sure.
And that's the movie. I mean, they kind of stretch it out. They kind of do the art film thing where it's like, we don't have a lot of stories. We're gonna have some long shots, some long monologues. They don't have that much to do with what's going on, but it looks really
You have the
good.
nerve to come into my house, dose my wife, tie me up with fucking barbed wire. I'm killing your whole fucking family.
Mandy, what a fine girl.
Andrea Riseborough is the actress's name,
Oh, okay.
who I don't know from a lot, but was also awesome in Possessor.
She's in Black Mirror too.
She did a great job.
Yeah.
Huge eyes, a huge pair of eyes, uneven. She's the blame of the movie and the plot does kind of fall on her shoulders, though, on her eyes, because she gave the cult leader a very long stare.
Kind of seductive. She was asking for it, is what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Is that what you're
Nick
saying?
Cage
That's
could
no.
see
She
the
was
footage-
asking for it. She was asking for it.
Bob. No, I'm
If
not
Nick
trying to-
Cage could see
but
the footage of the stare, he wouldn't have sought revenge.
Right.
If you would have seen what we saw,
Yeah, it would have been a longer conversation.
On ourselves.
he just would have left the woods and gone back to his life in
Fuck this.
Milwaukee or
The
whatever.
gaze was special. The gaze was special. And I love
It
how
was a
they
delayed gaze.
And I love how they held it. They just held it forever, and it even like paused on it to just give you a like, yo, this motherfucker is a predator. She is looking at this motherfucker like dinner.
Wait,
so
you're saying she's the predator? Or
no,
he's the
yeah,
predator?
she was the predator.
Really, it's a
in that
meat.
gaze.
It's a meat cute.
In that gaze,
It's like a meat. It's like a meat
she
cute
was the
moment.
predator in that gaze. So like any interaction where you cross path, and that intersection of looking at each other, if one holds that gaze more than the other,
Then they deserve
with the
whatever's
gaze.
coming.
well, no, they don't deserve whatever's coming. But
Really, if they could have just had like a misconnection. That would have been a way better way just
That's
to
what I was
resolve the whole
thinking,
thing.
Craigslist.
Yeah, Craigslist. It would have been like you walking on the fire road, me, cult leader who also was seeing you. We had a long gaze, held it really long. Something was there, magic connection. Anyhow,
gaze.
if you read this, but
Yeah.
instead, he had to blow the alien horn.
Right.
He had to call down.
Right.
It's a conch.
If
He,
this,
he blew the conch to
The
call
special
down
conch.
the acid leather
It
daddies.
was, I think it was
wait. All right. So wait, I really want to get into spoilers here. Hold on.
Conch, okay? It was a hummus conch.
Yeah.
So I like your Judd Apatow version of this film, though. That it's just like a misconnection ad.
It was maybe love. Like, we
And
don't
it
even
goes
know. Like,
rom-com. I can see
honestly,
it. I
Did
can see it.
Mandy and Nick Cage even have that much chemistry?
Exactly.
I mean, honestly, like, if you think about it, they're kind of like, he's got hanging out, and he's like, wow,
Besides a
wow,
bunch of-
Mandy.
Knock, knock.
Besides a bunch of
Who's there? Eric
memory
Estrada.
montages, we
Eric
don't know.
Estrada who?
Eric Estrada from Chips.
Like, that was their cute connection. It was just like, in her mind is like, oh my God, how do I get out of
and the
here?
way
Yeah.
he said
You know?
that,
I gotta leave
Like
this
this
guy.
fucking guy.
Yeah,
Again with the Eric Estrada, he probably says it every night when he gets off of work.
It would have been a way more interesting revenge movie if she was planning to break up with him, but he didn't know.
And that's what the cult leader reveals to him and
Yeah,
shit.
at the end, and he's
Dude,
like-
she was about to bounce anyway. You didn't see the fuck me eye. She threw me on the road.
She packed her bags. She was saving cash. She called her best friend.
What I would say before we go into deep spoilers, which I would like to do, is overall I loved the movie. Like what he does with taking the digital film and graining it and coloring it looks amazing. The score, Johan Johansson, I think,
Yeah.
is
Easy to remember.
and he's Denny Villeneuve guy. He did like Arrival and Prisoners. But I'm kind of surprised that he got him off of the Black Rainbow joint and then got him to do this. Feels like this has a lot of drive, or especially like Only God Forgives, and it has that like haunting, creeping tone, and then all the neon, of course.
Less psychedelic, but yes.
Those are, yeah. Those. This is definitely like notched up in a crazy way, and this is those don't go so far into the horror. He does some like hints of gore, and those films get pretty dark. But nothing like this. This is like this is notched up to
You
a
do
crazy
feel like you're
degree.
on drugs when you watch it, for sure.
Yeah,
easily.
this actually looks and feels like you're high, like Enter the Void or something.
For sure.
Like the effects are done that well, where it actually like you feel fucked up while you're watching it.
Yeah.
And that goes for people who are sober. So if you ever want to feel like that you're on drugs watching a movie.
I've been sober for quite some time, and yes, I felt like I was high as shit right now.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
It's great.
It's great.
Yeah, it's like it's a weird, dreamy fucking nightmare, but it's also like pretty fucking gorgeous.
You could almost watch it on mute.
Yes.
Yeah.
You would understand like what was going on. You wouldn't miss that
we
much.
talked a good amount of time.
You think you could
just
cue it up
watching
to a certain album?
Oh, that would be really
hell
interesting.
That'd
yeah.
be great.
Yeah.
We should figure out.
It feels like a heavy metal album.
Wait to the second
Yeah.
roar
Oh, fuck
type
yeah.
jam.
Yeah.
Something
The
that
tiger
tells a
doesn't roar
story.
until like the last like half hour, third act, and the tiger roars. So that's when you got to cue up the heavy metal album.
I nominate as
Appetite
Black
for
Man,
Destruction.
You guys be tripping off of this shit, but I
What you
nominate
got?
Rush.
Rush.
Looking into
The soundtrack to
be-
Rush.
Okay.
Rush
part
Hour.
of Mandy. Yeah.
Oh.
The soundtrack to Rush Hour.
Yeah. What it is good for? Absolutely nothing.
I'm sorry. Rush. The band Rush.
The band Rush.
Not the movie Rush.
Not the
Okay.
movie Rush.
Not the narc, right?
No, yeah, that was the other one.
We're
Yeah.
not talking
great
about
movie.
Chris Tucker and the other dude. The other dude.
I think it's a great suggestion,
hold on,
intentional
can
or
we not-
otherwise.
Can we not brush past the fact that he just called the other dude, who is clearly Jackie Chan?
Chris Tucker and the
Not
other
the
dude.
other dude. It's Jackie Chan and the other dude. Jackie Chan is a living legend.
There would be a lot. There's a lot of opportunities to put in other songs when he drops the record because he has a whole presentation.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Record, like,
Totally.
We can play with
La,
that.
da,
one.
da, da.
Yes.
Well,
we
I
can
think
play with that one. We
I
can
think
definitely
because
play
you
with that.
guys just watched the Wham documentary, it seems like everybody except for me. That's what. Sorry,
I've never
sorry.
seen the Wham.
I didn't mean to out
Nor will
anybody.
I.
I didn't mean to out anybody.
Jitterbug.
So to speak. Everybody just watched the Wham documentary.
Really good.
So we were inserting that music into the film
Timeless
a lot,
classics. Yeah.
talking over it, doing
Careless
our
Whisper.
mystery science. just on loop, no sound. Oh, that might work really well. Oh, and let's also not forget our man Bill Duke, who just keeps showing up in everything we watched. Thank God.
Love. Favorite actor.
Respect.
Just a brilliant actor.
Anytime.
And he really cut weight for this part.
You know
He did. He
fucked
got
up,
away.
right?
Yeah.
He
He
was
got
like,
away.
you know what? I'm gonna cut weight for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Commitment.
Yes.
Fuck carbs.
Yes.
I mean,
Let's
yeah,
go. So
essentially.
the 5-star rating system. What do you give this? I got a solid 4.5 on this thing.
Solid 4.5 for me too.
Yeah, I mean, I give it a 4.
You give it a 4.
I
Okay.
don't. I can't go half. I can't.
I rolled a 4
All right.
as well.
Yeah.
You got a 4 too. Okay.
When I first saw it,
half
I
dead.
was
Yeah.
I was on like a first date when I first saw it, and it's not a good first date movie.
No,
because like
definitely
I was like started out like hey, and then it's like as she was getting burned and like everything was just like okay, well I
Yeah.
guess we're
Yeah.
gonna we'll see you later.
I think it's safe to say A54 Film Club highly recommends watching this movie. Maybe not on a first date.
Yeah, that's bad.
Boys' Night, definitely. This is a amazing boys' night flick.
Put
But
it on your revenge list. I mean,
Yes.
Okay, what's your revenge top 5 revenge films?
Top right, that's a good one.
Type 5.
Old Boy,
yeah, Kill Bill.
Kill
Kill
Bill.
Can't really
The
put
Revenant.
Payback.
It's a great revenge.
Oh,
The Revenant. Yeah, that's a solid one.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's the one with Antonio Banderas that you brought his son to?
Oh yeah, the skin I'm in, or
The Skin We Live In?
the skin. The skin you live.
Fact
Hold on,
check
wait a
that.
minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. First of all, let's
not
fact check
digress.
that. I didn't bring my son to it.
You did.
This motherfucker wanted to watch it.
I'm
That's
pretty
revenge
sure
film.
you brought your son to movie night. No?
I did bring him to movie night, but not to the particular movie, The Skin, that I'm in.
told you
So
what it was called.
that
Gotta
kind
grow up
of
sometime.
They kind of led to that. So,
Yeah.
but okay.
Yeah, that's a graphic one, but that's a good
That's probably
fucking
one of the
revenge
best
movie.
Revenge films I've ever seen.
Equalizer?
That's good. I don't know if I'd put it
Who's
in the
in?
top.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry I wasn't able to get to
Yeah, there's a lot.
top
I mean,
5, but I would
Revenge
say
film's my
John Wick
favorite
would start
genre.
off my
Yeah.
There's
list.
so
such a
there's so many
satisfying
good
genre.
revenge
Yeah, there's too
movies.
many.
I mean, Braveheart. The whole Braveheart. Could
Yeah,
be a revenge
sure.
film.
Way too many.
Irreversible's
Way
a
too
revenge
many.
film? I would say Irreversible.
At the end, I guess it becomes, yeah.
Well, it's backwards, Bob.
All right.
Okay, what about Memento? Is Memento a revenge film?
Oh, I'm chasing this guy. No, he's
he's chasing me.
All of Batman movies could be revenge films. He's always just going after his parents' killers.
All right, so every movie ever made is
Every
a revenge film.
movie ever made is a revenge film.
Every good movie
Star Wars,
Yes.
he's going. His aunt and uncle got burned to death. He had to go take out the fucking empire for that shit.
Yes.
The story, when you actually put it into words, is only so much nonsense to hang a great visual experience onto.
I'd put Mandy up there, though.
Yeah, Mandy's up there
It's
for me.
pure. It's a pure revenge thing.
Mandy is definitely up
It definitely could use Payback as well. The James
Yeah,
Brown song.
We can definitely do Payback.
Like that
And
was
every.
Hey! You got to pay back. Revenge.
What movie couldn't that be improved by? I would also have heard that in Braveheart.
The big Payback.
with bagpipes to it. I'm mad, laddie.
Hey! You got to pay back. Revenge.
Yeah, but I think it seems like maybe you feel like some of it was trying, and I just don't feel that way all the way through. Like the only stuff that stands out to me is some of Nicolas Cage's dialogue. Like when he is losing it in Bill Duke's trailer, I wish he didn't say shit at all. He was just silent that whole time.
Yeah.
And he just like shows up, grabs the crossbow, and then let Bill Duke do the bit of exposition he has to do, but don't say anything. And like he kind of had the weakest dialogue to me.
Yeah.
But like the cult leader, all of his dialogue.
I was at the bottom of the pit, screaming in the darkness, racked with unspeakable pain for having been denied all that was rightfully mine.
It was a good performance, but really, I don't even know what he was talking about. Like, there's nothing, like, it could be, he could just said gibberish. Like, when someone's, like, really yelling, if they're a yelly person, like, they're basically, like, yelling in, like, song. It's, like, rhythm in song. And it has, there's repetitions.
It's like Buffalo Bill meets Bill Cosby.
Two bills.
Pretty much, yeah.
Exactly.
It stays in the pit. Even in the jello pudding bar, you down.
Slow the skin against the holes again.
Buffalo Bill Cosby, ladies and gentlemen.
Bill Cosby
We should just do that for the rest of the show. We should
gotta
just Chris's Buffalo Bill Cosby, please. That was incredible. No,
I digress.
Obviously, that's the role of the cult leader, is to try to hypnotize his followers. So, like, he has that rhythmic way of delivering his little pitch. Mm-hmm. But he had his whole thing was he started out with, a Charles Manson story of like, I make records, here, listen to my record. And then he was like, I went and showed it to the executives, and I was going to be one of these famous glamour people, and they couldn't see the brilliance of God in front of them.
I was ready to stand tall with the great, grand, glittering ones, but those scumbags couldn't recognize a golden, radiant light even as it was cast right down upon them.
And so he was just, as soon as that happened, he was like, okay, I'll just be a cult leader.
Narcissism personified. You can't deal with these people.
That was his pitch.
Also, he played the weakest record ever.
Yeah.
Carpenters. He likes Carpenters?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I'll pass. Thanks. Now.
He's great on the Carpenters.
Yeah.
Suicide music.
Well, that was the point. I thought all those choices were amazing. Like to bring her to the cult ceremony, dose her up on acid, hit her with a little bit of the hornet juice, so she's like totally conked out, and you get the guy in the space robe giving you this cult pitch.
Dude, that is like future wizard costume.
Oh yeah, the Vulcan space robe is so good.
Yeah.
Gotta find one. That should be. We should wear them every time we podcast.
I think if we can get our hands on a
Andor and shit.
Those were Disneyland hotel specials for sure. But if we can get our hands on them, I'm down to podcast. And that's at least for one episode.
Straight up. We'll have Jesus juice and some more shit for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But no, I mean,
Jesus juice.
normally that victim is like just terrified out of her mind, but then you add she's high out of her fucking mind.
Right.
And now when he plays the shitty record that he thinks sounds like the Carpenters and then shows her his little dick, she just starts laughing hysterically.
Have a great time.
Which is such a great spin. And that moment where he's like really drilling into her, trying to deliver the sermon, and his face morphs into her face, and they just keep like pieces of his lips doing the dialogue with her face juxtaposed over his and then shifting back and forth is fucking incredible. Like, there was a lot of stuff that was really stand out to me. The scene with the LSD manufacturer, the guy making the LSD.
Oh yeah,
that was a cool scene.
It's fucking crazy. The fucking LSD dealer who tests it on his pet tiger in the fucking cage and just has like a button to let Lucy out.
Definitely wasted that tiger though, because that tiger could have done some more shit. I thought the tiger was gonna do something, like fight the tiger, or the tiger was gonna be like, "Hey." Like, talk to him. Because it's like, obviously, it's been so dosed by LSD.
That's a great name for the LSD tiger, though.
Of course.
And he wore the tiger shirt at the beginning.
Exactly. You didn't see that?
Bingo shirt. The bingo shirt.
Yeah, that was his spirit animal.
You're in my shirt! You're in my shirt!
You know, we had the bingo shirt.
Look,
that would
have been a great song, too.
Yes. There's so many. We're doing a fan edit to Mandy for sure.
Exactly.
Walk like an Egyptian.
That needle drops, dude. It's the motherfucking deep.
All right, if I can figure out that edit, that's going in this one. That's going in this for sure. I'll take a request from each of you for the song that I insert. But yeah, I mean, all the fight sequences are amazing. The leather daddy acid heads.
Hellraisers.
Which are like the Cenobites. They look like the Cenobites.
Knife Dick.
Oh yeah.
Michelin Man.
Yes. Squishy, Knife Dick. Yeah, that's probably their names in the credits.
Coronavirus.
Mike Protein.
The leather pinhead dude is coronavirus. That's solid.
Like coronavirus.
That is solid.
It's a lot of things going on in that
I
flick.
mean, dude was trying to snort cocaine and watch porno, and then
with a knife dick,
walks in out of nowhere.
Yeah,
with
you should have died from embarrassment already. They can see you. And like you thought they were like so supernatural and stuff, but then just Nick Cage just takes them out.
Yeah.
A box cutter.
Well, when they introduced,
when you eat that much Chinese food, and watch that much, I only get snuck up on.
I sold you.
Caught slipping. Caught him slipping.
Yes, and they did. They had the like 7 knife dick. The like, remember that's the Kevin Spacey has the dude. They find him in the dungeon.
Me of was 7.
Yeah,
the dude's like, get this thing off me.
Yes,
That's exactly what it reminded me.
Yeah.
Is that a revenge film? Is 7 a revenge film?
Yeah. I mean, Brad Pitt gets revenge.
I guess so.
It is.
I did also like the gag of the really long chainsaw. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of looked like some
Yeah.
Mad Max shit.
Yeah.
You know, it had that little Mad Max touch, especially the way the guy looked with the hair. He looked like a mix with like some Mad Max character.
I just wish we saw more of him. What an interesting guy to have that long of a chainsaw.
I feel like he was the guy pulling Mandy on the rope, and he's like,
yes, yes,
yeah, he could have.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely had a lot of Woody Harrelson
casting
coming
for
off
the
of
cult was fucking fantastic.
It was,
yes,
incredible.
Yeah, it's almost like you'd be insulted if you got casted for this film because they just picked the weirdest looking fucking people. Yeah.
Normal.
They were really
well. These people didn't have monster makeup on.
Yeah,
they just looked fucking
normal,
crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Weird looking people that look normal.
But like the perfect yokel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were like the Gummo kids grown up.
The Shadow Mountains.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
Shadow Mountains. Not in Mojave Desert.
Online it says they exist in the Mojave Desert.
In that movie, a lot of moonshine growing up.
It was about Burning Man, really, at the end of the day.
Edward Almost.
Edward James Almost. James is winner for
no, that's a 30 Rock joke. I can't take all the time.
It was amazing for the sidekick of the cult leader.
Yeah.
The guy with all the acne scars.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shout out acne
so much. Shout out acne scars.
Yeah.
The gravitas they give you. I wish I had more acne.
Live a little, you know?
Great movie, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I fuck with this movie heavy. I'd watch this again. The rewatch was incredible. First watch. And
Literally
I think
4 years ago.
Well, it was 2018. I think we saw it like shortly after it came out.
Okay, guys, I'm not sure if the audience needs to hear
So,
the recount of.
it was a midsummer night. And,
Chris wasn't there.
Let's wrap this up. I wasn't involved,
And I
so
still
I
believe
really
that
don't care.
was, but he keep telling me I wasn't, so that was probably the drugs.
Yeah, fantastic revenge film. All the acting was great. I fucking love this one.
James, you like it better than Pig?
Yeah, actually, I do like it better than.
Goddamn right you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
Rewatch.
take it back.
I do take it back because I get confused. The Cage songs. There's a couple movies and like I got them mixed up because Pig is also like in like Pacific Northwest vibes.
Yes.
He's a revenge movie as well. I really just remember how he has the great line as a person from Portland when he says "Fuck Seattle." Greatest line.
I don't fuck my pig.
I'm going on record and say fuck Pig.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan. I like some of the tone of it, but
Now
yeah,
I see it as
wasn't a
very
huge
derivative of Mandy and like not a cool way. And
What?
Underground chef fighting rings. Not involved.
Not the stakes aren't as high as if your girl gets kidnapped by crazy lizard
burnt
daddies.
at the stake in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stakes were
knife
incredibly
dick
high.
acid leather daddies, dude.
Yeah.
None
All
of
respect
that.
to truffle pigs, but
Yeah.
I love the leather daddies. That shit is so
and let's know that.
Yeah, so to speak.
So to speak, then a motherfucker. We'll be back with another review soon.
I love the leather daddies. I love the leather daddies. I love the leather daddies.